I did not have my coffee yet. So yeah, yeah,
Oh.
but I don't know. I've been trying not to have it uh in the morning. So okay, if for anyone who
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
for anyone who hasn't caught on yet, guys, we are recording this in the goddamn morning on a Monday morning. It's like, hello, New Jersey. It's
Double D's in the morning.
it is
97.1.
it's 9 a.m. on this Monday morning on October
Actually,
31st.
Dennis, there is a local radio station based in the tri-state area that I think actually recently closed their doors. And I think it was
Oh.
one of the 97 stations.
Oh, really?
So if you and I
Oh,
are feeling
man.
man enough one day,
We're gonna buy that. Like, we're gonna get our own broadcast frequency.
who the fuck said anything about buying? I'm talking about manifest destiny, my dude. We kick in the doors, we take all their shit. We fucking go in. All that high-tech gear, recording gear that you and I both have no fucking idea how to use. We're gonna kick it down.
I'm sure there's a YouTube video we could probably watch and we'll probably get it. Like
Yeah, I'll follow WikiHow.
WikiHow, like they what was it? The fuck. There was another.
That's how I built my first PC.
I built my first PC off of a YouTube video.
I built
So-
mine off of WikiHow.
Yeah,
My first one. Yeah.
Oh, guys, yeah. In case if there's anything you ever don't understand, like how to fix a chair, how to fix your door, build an intercontinental ballistic missile, it's all there on YouTube and WikiHow. Just Google search it up, and then you will be on your way to becoming a carpenter or a fucking nuclear physicist. It's that simple, guys. Degrees are not necessary. Like they in this day and age, in our modern day of our Lord of our year, the Lord of our year, the year of our Lord 2022. Degrees are unnecessary. So to be fair, though, if I was working at a nuclear power plant and if I found out that the head of our plant got his position because you watched a fucking YouTube video about how to handle a nuclear power plant.
Who knows what they teach you in school, man? You know, sometimes they just show you YouTube videos of stuff. Some college professors really give a fuck. Some do not give a fuck. So, like, sometimes they'll do... Like, I remember the last week of our class, our assignment was to show funny YouTube videos to our professor, and I'm not even joking. He did not give a shit. he was so... like, just done. By the way, the Double D experience is not responsible for whatever FBI or CIA watch list you get put on for Googling how to build that last one that Dennis mentioned. Just letting you know, if you get put on a list for that, that's not our fault. Welcome to the Double D experience. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening,
but never has their coffee. And I also just want to say this, like, about coffee in the morning.
cheers, mate.
I don't get a pick me up from it anymore. Back in the day, at least when I first started drinking, like, it did, like, obviously wake me up a bit, but now, like, it just makes me want to shit, like, immediately. Like, it doesn't make me go like, oh yeah, I'm ready to start my morning. It's like, oh dude, shut up. Like as soon as, like, I
Dude,
get
you
up,
gonna be all right?
yeah, it's like, dude, shut up. I'm like, literally hear my muffled voice from the door, from the bathroom. Like, that's how sometimes bad it would be.
Oh, my stomach.
And I usually take my coffees, like, later on in the day.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
start to
interesting.
feel, like, really sleepy. Like, around that time. Like, not like that I would pass out or whatever, but it's like, that's when I start to feel my energy starting to kind of, like, lower a bit. So when that happens, that's when I have my coffee to kind of, like, I guess almost give it the illusion that, like, oh yeah, like, replenishing my energy. Oh, like, even though dude, nowadays it takes an espresso to make me feel anything. Like, regular just black coffee doesn't do shit for me anymore. Like just nothing. And I really hate it because it's like, I don't want to have an espresso every fucking goddamn time. Like, because I've taken double shots too, and, like, those fuck me up, man. Like, they're not, like, for me. Like, all the time unless like I really absolutely need it. That's just me though. Like
I'm gonna fulfill the role of you here in comparing your experiences to sexual experiences with a woman. And that you've been with this one long enough, you've been married to her for something like 40 fucking years, and as much you deeply love her, as much as you still love her, and as much as you still, deep down you want to have sex with her, she just doesn't do it for you no more, man. You just seen that same body just way too many times, and she just doesn't do it for you no more.
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, okay, no,
I wouldn't go that far.
On apt comparison, see, Dennis was talking about his experiences, and I decided to compare it to a woman. It's usually the other way around. You see, like, I talk about something that happened to me this week, like, I ate, like, a giant half of a tin of taco meat last night, and shat so hard this morning that there was legitimate blood coming out of my booty hole. That's also my experience. And I'm sure Dennis could find some way to compare that to, the carnal arts.
The carnal arts.
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling it now? We're like putting some Webster dictionary definitions on that, on all that, on fucking.
That's what Goofy calls it in a comic.
For fucking equals carnal arts.
No, because like I think he like walks in on like Max and Roxanne or something like that, or he walks in on Max like about to jerk off or whatever, and he sits down and talks to them. It's just like, I understand, Maxie. Why, it's been a long time since I've experienced the carnal pleasures of the flesh since your mother's passing. Your dad doesn't have sex, Maxie. Your dad fucks. I gotta show you that comic sometime. It's really funny.
I think you actually did. I remember that line.
That one?
Like, very vividly, yeah. Because because then all I'm remembering now is that immediately afterwards, I'm just imagining Goofy just plowing that librarian from Extremely Goofy movie. Like, when they rode off to the sunset, like, they... Goofy literally told it, like, Goofy fucks. It's like... Oh, yuck, bitch.
Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yeah! That's the highest my register is gonna go at this time of morning.
Not to mention too, it's like it is the morning. Like, we have other people like living in our houses at the moment, and I don't wish to be that guy.
I couldn't tell if your mic was just not maxed out or if you were just speaking quietly.
I mean, I'm probably speaking quietly. And my voice still like, it's not like fucked up, or it's not like I'm sick or anything. But when it comes to the morning, like, I'd be like, good morning.
You and I could never be double D's in the morning.
No, bro,
those fucking people, man.
Like,
my God,
the morning hosts, like, even though like nobody actually like watches them, at least like not people who love themselves.
Well,
like,
nobody watches them, you dumb fuck, because they're radio programs. You don't visually.
No,
see
like,
them.
but even like the morning like talk show hosts like on TV, like those people.
Sounds like truckers. Oh, no, the radios. Oh, yeah, the ones on TV. Dude, those shows are fucking unbelievably horrendous now.
I know. Like, I'm also like, like, and just imagining like how their day gets started. Like, they have to probably wake up at an ungodly time. They have to get to the studio. They have to do makeup. They have to like put on that fucking shit sucking face for everyone to everyone in the public at 7 a.m. in the morning. God knows what fucking time. And it's like they have to have that face until their show ends like around 12 or whatever, and then the regular news can just come on.
Assuming they record it live, which I think some of them do, some of them don't.
But the ones who do it live, imagine that.
Like Kelly and Ryan, I know, like that's a traditional morning show. That's like the OG morning show. So like they're actually up at the motherfucking crack like every day to record that shit.
They also,
like, people got. I remember they did a bit once of like people like asking them questions. They're just like, Kelly and Ryan, how do you guys like get up so early in the morning every day to do your show? And they go to the camera. They're like, simple. We live here. And then they just like brought two beds like into like the studio, and they were like sleeping on twin beds next to each other. Like, good night, Ryan. Good night, Kelly. It was funny.
Sleeps and then rinse and repeat. And I mean, to be fair, like, Oh, like I mean, in some dystopian fucking universe, like I could totally imagine that. Where like people's like studios, like stars, like literally just are not allowed to go home. It's like we're gonna milk you for all of the content that we could possibly get out of you, and you are gonna literally be strapped to a machine and pumping out that content. It's like if YouTubers were ever like kind of harvested for their fucking content. It's like if Moist Critical was just like strapped into like a Matrix styled machine for all the content that he could ever possibly make. It's like that's how like terrible like it would kind of get one day if like YouTube just decided like let's just be as dystopian as we possibly fucking can and just milk the shit out of our like content creators, because at the end of the day it's all about money, you know, for them. And I don't know, that was just like a darker turn just because it's like
Hey,
I don't know,
we're all
like
already. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, like some people, at least some people are very much in YouTube's pocket, if that makes sense. Like obviously guys like Critical, like they're not gonna really like, they don't know, they do whatever the fuck they want in the end. But like PewDiePie too, like he does whatever he wants now. Like he literally could make reaction videos and he will get like 12 million views, like easy like that.
Such a dream
and,
to get to the YouTube spot where like you get to whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want territory,
and just like do whatever you want, and then you still get money. Like that's how like great it'd be. And I think PewDiePie is one of the few guys, like Felix really is like one of the few people who's like been able to reach that. Like the guy lives in Japan now too, so like literally he's just living the life at this point. Like he just doesn't give a fuck. And
did you know that's also in part how he got so big?
Going to Japan?
Technically, yes. Because obviously he's originally from Sweden. Yeah. And
yeah, he's from Sweden. My ancestors used to kill people for a living. Yeah.
Watch ifrån his late place, yeah. And yeah, no, he moved to a bunch of different areas.
Yeah.
Around Europe, and I don't know if he ever lived in America at some point, but the thing is, once he got like relatively popular in Sweden, he didn't want that to peak there. So he moved to different areas, and when he was living there, his videos started to get recommended on the front page of YouTube accounts with no accounts. Like, you know, when you just don't have a YouTube account, because I think most people don't actually have a YouTube account. Yeah. Well, actually, no, they all have Gmail now, so they technically do. But but I think that might have been before they merged YouTube and Gmail and stuff like that. So all his videos wound up on the front page of every country that he actually lived in.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like a popular American YouTuber or something like that. Because there's viral YouTubers who have like millions of subs who live in like fucking, you know, Portugal or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he's a famous Portuguese YouTuber. We don't know who the hell he is, but he's very famous in Portugal because that's where he's from. And yeah, I believe that's one of the things that Felix did, actually. It's crazy, man. Mr. Beast, I believe, he's trying to get himself valued now, I believe. He's trying to get a valuation because I think he's like the first content creator to surpass a billion in his net worth. I think he's worth $1.5 billion now.
Fuck.
Yeah, which is insane. And he still couldn't even donate his entire net worth to the American Dream Mall where he opened his Mr. Beast Burger restaurant, and it wouldn't even take away a third of the fucking debt that place is in.
Although, to be fair, though,
Fun facts in the morning.
American Dream and the pit that they dug themselves, that's on them, though. Like,
yeah, dude, don't talk to me about that.
Yeah,
Holy
like,
shit, don't talk to me about that. I know those same people that own it almost drove the Mall of America into the ground. They used to own the Mall of America, and the only reason the Mall of America is still afloat is because the fucking investors took it back from them. Because they're like, you guys fucking suck. But they're based here, which is why they're driving the dream into the ground. Place is a fucking taxpayer-funded shithole. Anyway,
it's also a shithole that I have to pay for parking as well, which, like...
Yeah, but at least it's only $5 for the entire day. But
the
still,
thing,
I know.
But David, I remember when it was $3. And knowing that, let's say...
they upped it. I forgot they upped it
That's the why, like, I am so turned off by that place, because it's like, bro, you already crossed the line by adding parking fees on your fucking place, and now you upped it. You're on my shit list automatically once you do that. And I already am like kind of on like the fence for some towns that obviously like force you to pay for parking. Like you go to like anyone who's been around, like let's say Palisades Park or even Fort Lee, like you have to pay for parking like wherever you go. But I finesse the system and I find spots that I don't have to pay for parking because this may sound low key a bit, I don't know, like I don't know, socialist, I guess, about me. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's like I refuse to pay for parking if I don't have to. Like it's just like if I could avoid it, I'll avoid it. And I even remember like, back in Bergen, there were kids who like literally would refuse to get the parking pass you needed to park at Bergen. Because I think the parking authority would actually go around and they would actually give tickets to some people if they found that you didn't have like the proper sticker or whatever.
At Bergen?
At Bergen, yeah.
I never paid for a parking pass at Bergen. I parked in the lot.
I had a few friends who actually did get tickets.
Really? I had no idea you even needed a parking pass. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because no.
No, there's the thing. Some people, like a lot of people did get lucky, but some people just literally had the worst luck ever. And the fucking parking authority just decided, I'm going to give you a ticket because I'm going to ruin your fucking day. Like, that's how, like, basically it went down for some. And I always thought, too, I mean, I never got a ticket. But I don't know, man. My friends just had, like, the worst luck compared to me. And they got, like, what? A ticket just slapped onto their fucking windshield. So, I don't know. Like,
wow.
But yeah, like as far as like parking is concerned, like, paying for it, I don't know. That's just my stance on it. Like, it's kind of like I mean, yeah, like if I have to pay for it, I'll pay for it, and like, obviously. But if I could somehow avoid it, like I do it, like how I do at Fort Lee, like I'm gonna do it. Like I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, I never go there anymore because I don't shop there for obvious reasons. But not that people shop there much anyway. But if I ever go there to like visit some of my old coworkers, the ones that don't hate me now, which is not most of them, my ID still works.
What do you mean by that?
My ID, my worker ID.
Oh, wow.
Fuck
like
you.
Just go walk in. Like the cameras are like, who's this tall guy?
I still refuse to ever pay to park at that place. And the day that I have to and they take my license thing away from me is the day I never set foot in your establishment again. Not that it's gonna be there in 5 years anyway. Yeah. Talking about content creators and fucking morning shows, man. Those shows are so bad now because those people do all that work. They wake up bright-eyed in the morning anyway, downing 7 cups of coffee just to appeal to the housewife. But we're not talking about the boomer housewife anymore. We're slowly getting to millennial and even Gen Xer, or not Gen Xer, millennial, and slowly approaching Gen Z housewives. They don't watch that shit.
Nope.
No, they don't. They're losing those people to TikTok.
Yeah.
And so you want to know what these shows do? Their guests on the shows now are fucking TikTokers. That's who they have on these fucking shows now. Like, they're the only people who really treat them as legitimate. Every now and again, you'll have a god-awful fucking Netflix show. I could take my unfinished fucking TV pilot and my even less finished fucking movie script over to Netflix, and it's not even done. It's like half a fucking page. Like, it's literally just the title page, like, greenlit, and they'll take that shit all the way to the fucking bank because Netflix greenlights everything and just picks it out from a fucking barrel as to which one is gonna be good, which is why you occasionally have bangers like fucking Squid Game or whatever, and then you have them greenlit movies for pedophiles like Cuties. They don't care. They have so much money that they'll fucking greenlight everything out of that back. And the reason I bring that up is because every now and again, they'll, like, I think they had, like, one show, I don't remember what it was called. It was not a scripted show. I mean, no, it was a scripted show, like, not a reality show, where, like, the actors were TikTokers. And it's the most dog shit thing you'll ever see in your life because they can't act, understandably. So, reason I'm bringing that up is because I remember, are you familiar with the pink sauce lady story?
No.
Okay, Critical talked about this a little while back. I'll give you the TLDR. There's this lady, right? I forget her name or whatever. It's not important. She went on TikTok to play chef.
Okay.
And by play chef, I mean just that, like play chef. Like I'm talking like those fucking, you know, like easy bake oven chef kind of stuff. Because like what this woman did, she invented a sauce. She invented a sauce and she called it pink sauce, which already exists, by the way. Pink sauce is it's ketchup and mayo combined, I believe.
I'm reading it's a dragon fruit spike dipping sauce.
Yeah, I don't think that's what this woman made. Like, she just called it her own pink sauce or some shit like that.
Okay.
And, it could be good, whatever. What this woman did, right? What this fucking moron actually did, she took this sauce, battled it up, and shipped it to people who ordered it from her. Not following a single FDA protocol.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. It's like, that don't look
About-
FDA approved.
It's not, because she's like a private seller. She's doing this through TikTok. That's another dumbass thing about TikTok. You know what I mean? Is that you could just do shit like this, and like there's dumbass fucking like young kids or whatever, or even just dumbass people in general who will buy anything from somebody on TikTok. You know, you got your Belle Delphines buying piss or whatever, or buying like the dirty bathwater. People bought like this pink sauce from this woman and were doing like taste reviews of it and stuff. And by the time it got there, it wasn't even pink anymore. It had like melted, or like the cap had exploded off because of like the heat of the box or shit like that. There was nothing put in this pink sauce to preserve it, to keep it safe, because it was being shipped at temperatures that the sauce could not be stored in to avoid it going bad. There's a reason these fucking trucks are refrigerated when they're shipping all across the country. This woman used the goddamn postal service to send edible fucking things to people, and a lot of people got really sick.
Of course.
There's a serious risk of fucking botulism, which can kill you if like by consuming this kind of shit. So, this woman got unbelievably fucking dogged on TikTok for it. Which, beyond the fact that she got doxxed, no one deserves to be doxxed for that. Beyond like the threats that she got and the doxing, she deserved it. She absolutely deserved to get clowned on for it. This woman, the reason I'm bringing this up in correlation to talk shows, is because she was on this talk show recently that nobody ever fucking heard of.
Oh.
Right? She was on this talk show explaining the situation, right? And this is how desperate talk shows are for fucking ratings. This is how deeply desperate they are for ratings, and I'm about to tell you why. Because this woman came on, immediately does the fake emotion shit. Like, she starts crying and shit. Like, about, like, you know, how hard
The controversy?
Yeah, the controversy and how hard it is being a small business owner, blah, 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 blah. And they're so desperate. They had one woman on the show. There's a critical video about this. They had this one woman on the show who, I guess, made a TikTok of reviewing it and talking about how unsafe it was for consumption and all this shit, and how that video went viral. They had that woman on the talk show, and they framed it in such a way as if this woman who made the bad review of her shit was harassing her. And, like, the audience went against her and everything, and the talk show host did. They actually were gaslighting this woman in front of a huge audience of people in a room by making it seem like this woman was just trying to clown on her for clout. Was just trying to dog on her because she just wanted to be mean to this woman or whatever. She was making a review to let people know the shit was unsafe to eat. Because all the TikTok, all the pink sauce lady said on the show, she didn't mention anything about the fact that the product was unsafe to eat. She didn't mention anything about botulism. All she said was that she was getting clowned on Twitter for a packaging error. That's all she said. So she didn't even give the host the full fucking story.
Of course not.
And so now the host was trying to play like fucking psychologist by like just dogging on like the TikTok lady who made the review by saying like, no, I think you're the only one who's in the wrong here, sweetie. Like all this stuff. And then the pink sauce lady grabs her hand all condescending and says, I forgive you. Like that. Like the most condescending shit I've ever seen in my life. That alone lets us know this fucking moron was not fit to be a business owner in any way, shape, or form. Because you have somebody literally who taste tested your product for free, mind you, and critiqued it And just because it was a negative critique, you're saying it's harassment? Instead of just following up with the fact that you need to improve the standards for your product? Like, imagine if that happened with, like, any other product. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. Honest to God. It's just... Ugh. There's a critical video about it. I find that a lot of the stuff that I fucking talk about sometimes is stuff I've seen in critical videos, and I try to not just parry or relay everything critical talks about, but every now and again he talks about something so unbelievably monumentally stupid that happened, and like watching that shit, watching the entire audience, watching the host, watching the TikTok pink sauce lady gaslight this poor woman who simply made a review of the product, who they're suddenly treating as responsible for being like a taste tester for this woman, gaslight this poor girl into thinking that she was the one at fault for ruining the pink sauce lady's career, as if she didn't fucking ship a product that was gonna give people botulism, which she deliberately did not mention to the show's producers because she knew she would get clowned on for it. It's insane, man. So it just goes to show, this is the shit that talk shows are fucking doing now. They're getting involved, like morning talk shows or like daily talk shows that are like targeted towards like housewives or whatever. They're having TikTokers on about petty TikTok drama now. That's what they're doing now. That's what these fucking shows are doing with how desperate they are for ratings. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit since we were talking about talk shows for a bit. They're declining hard. Like really hard. Oh, by the way, like the
absolutely.
YouTube channel, by the way, of that talk show, they got so much blowback for like their like how they treated that poor girl on the show. They wound up deleting the video. Straight up. Yeah. I'll link you the critical video later. It's gonna give you a headache because you're gonna feel like you're in the fucking Twilight Zone watching like this conglomeration of stupidity, like just dogpile onto this innocent woman who was just trying to keep people safe from like getting fucking botulism, eating a tainted product that this fucking stupid bitch sent to people in a goddamn UPS box.
I'm gonna come out and say also that like whenever I watch like a lot of Charlie's like his little mini news videos about like stupid shit that he finds like on the internet or like Twitter drama or whatever, I have to say more often than not, I'm like, I know obviously Charlie's allowed to do whatever he wants. I'm not gonna be on here saying that like, oh, like why do you watch this, because it's like literally why do you, because like this is literally killing my brain cells. But it's like, you know, Charlie looks as if like he's a lot of his brain cells have like not that he is, but Charlie looks and sounds as if a lot of his brain cells have low-key left his body, and now he's just numb to all the dumb shit that he finds like on the internet now. And obviously he makes videos on it and he gets content and he makes content and he gets like views out of it. So it's like, hey, like, you know, maybe I'm the idiot, I don't know, but like, you know, it gets to a point, at least for me, where it's like, you know, I more often than not, it's like the only things that I kind of watch out of his channel is the moist meters. It's like, you know, stuff that he like, you know, watched or saw, like that if he likes or if he didn't like. And I don't know, I just like review type videos like that more often than not. Like and people who what do you call the like actual who report on like news like for dumb shit, like, you know, like the pink sauce lady. Like I usually just don't, I go out of my way not to watch stuff like that, because it's like I'm like literally past that point in my age where I get invested in dumb shit like that now. And I could not, like, I mean, I obviously care for like the people who got like who may get botulism off of her, like, you know, her shit product. And, you know, it makes me even think that, oh, maybe the FDA should, you know, have more fucking budget in their goddamn organization, considering
Why are you
like,
trying
you know,
to tear down this poor entrepreneur.
poor entrepreneur, you almost killed people.
Dude, they tried to make it about race, too. They tried to make it think of like
course.
a white woman, like, jealous
Of
that this black
course.
woman was having a successful business or some shit. And it's like, normally, like, if it's a hater thing, whatever, I would get that, but that's not what it is. How can you be such a head ass to think, like, ugh.
People just like they always try to just defend themselves.
Like,
but
that much
like,
of a malignant narcissist to the point where you can't accept the slightest amount of criticism. You're not capable of being a business owner. It's funny, the only reason I'm saying that is because I'm the complete opposite of you. The moist meters are like the only things of his that I don't watch, really, on his channel.
Well, because
It's
you don't
funny.
watch TV shows and stuff. That's why.
Well, I suppose that's true. Yeah, because like most of the time he'll be reviewing something that I haven't seen.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, bro,
And
I go on Twitter for 5 seconds, and I hate it immediately. Like the few times where I'm just like so bored on my computer that I'm like, let's see what's going on Twitter. 5 seconds later, just literally exit out. Like it takes me 5 seconds to say fuck Twitter. 5 fucking seconds. I am past that age, man, where like I cannot stand reading this dumb dribble that people fucking put on their Twitter.
You never got
I
addicted.
just I cannot do it.
You never got addicted, which is good. I mean, the thing with Twitter is that all these apps, they're designed to keep you scrolling. They're literally designed to be addictive, like a fucking casino. They follow the exact same fucking... They follow the exact same, like, monomyths and, like, structural procedures as gambling casinos. They do it to, like, try to make you as addicted as possible so you don't stop. I'm probably a little addicted to Twitter. And even because I look at, like, Twitter all the time and I hate it. I don't enjoy scrolling through Twitter. It's like, you know, a comfort thing or, like, an anxiety thing, I guess. I don't fucking know. But,
I mean, people also use Twitter as like an extension for their business too.
Yeah,
Which I mean, if
too.
you do too, like, think that's okay. Like, you gotta like, you know, get the big bucks, obviously. Like,
Can I ask you something?
yeah,
Whenever I do like those Instagram AMAs, whenever I do those Instagram AMAs, you remember like those tweets of mine that you liked when there was that random person asking me like, who's your best friend, and I usually would at you.
yeah.
Is that you who's asking that same question? Because every time I do one of those AMAs, I've been asked, like the last 3 or 4 times I've done those AMAs, someone always asks your best friend. And I'm convinced it's the same person at this point.
Not me,
and
man.
Just seeing that you've seen those tweets, I was just like, is that Dennis?
No, I don't
Trying
tweet
to
shit,
stroke his ego?
bro. I don't tweet shit, man.
Okay, I figured it wasn't, but like every single time someone asked me that, and like every time I've added you, you've liked the tweet. So at this point, I was just like, since that I get asked that same question every time I do it, I was like, low key, like,
I just do it out of habit. Like, and you name me, so I'm like, okay, like, and then that's
figured,
it. And then I
figured
fuck off.
as much. I figured as much. I just wanted to know.
I don't know,
Shout out
guys.
to the person who asked me what my favorite dildo was. To which I responded, it was a tough call, but I think I have to go with the purple dinosaur.
What dinosaur?
The purple dinosaur, yeah. You know, I gotta say, its spots are like just the right amount of prickly and very optimally placed for a 12-incher. I gotta be real. You know, they call that shit the purple dinosaur because they say that when you use it, you see your imagination.
Moving
dinosaur from my imagination.
Moving on, real quick. It's. And I'm just imagining like David like just gets it in the mail. He's just like, blessed. Yes, I can fulfill the prophecy. Yes. Can you imagine if a prophecy told you like you must seek a man who loves to fuck himself with the purple dinosaur dildo?
I could never use a dildo, let alone a fucking 12-inch purple one, man. I wasn't kidding about my booty hole earlier when I was talking about like eating half a tin of fucking taco meat.
Why would you do that to yourself, man?
It was yummy. I didn't eat dinner. I was late at night and I didn't eat dinner. It wasn't half a tin. I'm exaggerating. It was like the leftovers from what we had the other night. God, I went to the gym. I downed 2 protein shakes that day like I always do on the days that I go to the gym. You know how much protein that is? You know how full I am most of the time from how much fucking protein shakes I ingest? I have to eat 0.8 to 1.2 kilograms of fucking protein per my body mass index to bulk up. That's like 200 motherfucking grams of protein. Do you know how much food that is, Dennis?
I mean, but
if I ate that much without protein shakes, I would be fucking barfing and shitting everywhere from how much I have to actually eat.
But the gains speak for themselves, though. So
actually, it doesn't.
Bro, actually, that don't. Oh,
it could be better. You know, I only was able to go to the gym once yesterday.
I'm going right after this, but
yeah, I'm trying to get the. I need to find more core workouts because my back doesn't let me use any of them fucking machines, and my arms and my legs are getting bigger. Like I literally have muscles in my legs that I've never seen before now. And
David's gonna literally be a tall, lanky Kong if he like just worked out his fucking arms.
I'm trying and I'm trying to not look like that, man.
Literally a knuckle scraping ape just like goes around the gym, just like literally swinging his arms around because they're so fucking big.
But the thing is, I can't even handstand just to please you or stretch my arms out to suit your mood. That's the thing. I can't even do that shit. So it's like, what am I?
Not
But
yet.
a talentless
Not yet.
lanky Kong.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm also not as small as Lanky Kong is, so I guess I would be tall. Point is, you know, like if I eat, look, man, sometimes you get hemorrhoids, all right. So if I got a fucking purple dino dildo, I'm the last person I could ever use it. I'm not saying this to be homophobic. I'm saying it because it's true. I'm very, very, very thankful that I'm not gay, because I know I couldn't take a dick. Seriously, I'm serious. I know I couldn't because it would fucking hurt real bad. Because I literally. Sometimes there's blood.
I mean, imagine though if you did in another alternate universe, like there's a gay version of you, but it's like even that guy had to almost have like an existential crisis of like, well, taking a dick is the most painful fucking thing ever, but at the same time, pussy ew. So it's like, you know, like you just like at that point, it's like, what do I take? The thing that hurts me or the thing that disgusts me? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like some.
It just have to be the other way around. You know what I mean? It would just have to be the dude with the hemorrhoids who does the fucking.
Oh, but
you know what I mean? Because like if he takes the dick, he's gonna bleed.
You might bleed either way.
Well, it depends on how big he is and how
yeah,
rough he is.
Yes, especially if the dude is fucking rough. Like if he a monster, if he packing a fucking like monster down there, then it's just like, yeah, you. Either way, you're fucked. Like, you know, literally and figuratively, you fucked. Like
That's another reason why it's my absolute biggest fears is going to prison. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You would be. I mean, you and I would both be a prison bitch real quick.
Absolutely, dude. Me?
Like,
Are you joking?
We could make them laugh too and everything, but dude, we'll like, you know, we'll like do our best to not get like butt fucked, but it's just like, you know, like, either way, like, you know, we like one of them, like one of us is probably still gonna get butt fucked, and it's probably gonna be both of us. So, like, you know, like at the same time, like honestly, we run a train, like honest, like literally, we'll come out like of prison, and like we'll have like weirdly masculine gay tendencies, and we'll play it off as if like. It's not us being gay.
Oh yeah, prison gay.
Yeah, it's like prison gay. Yeah, it's like the, you know, I'm gay but tough, but I'm also still not gay. It's literally that fucking scene from SVU where the guy's like, you know, I have sexual relations with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That means you're gay.
The existential crisis.
No,
that he has.
The face he has is different. He literally is just like, he's like, I'm not gay. Like literally, it's just like him going, I'm not gay. Like that's his face. It's like,
but I am not gay. I have relationships with women. Sex with men.
I mean, you know, bro, like you could. I mean, they could have. If that episode came out like in present day, it would have been like, oh, that means you're bi.
Maybe not even.
I mean,
knows,
it's like,
man.
It's like, you know, I don't know. He could have even just said like, it means your closet. It's like,
I mean, could I just perform stand up in the prison and maybe, just maybe, that'll save me? But like, I feel like there's gonna be one motherfucker in the corner that's not laughing, like fucking Boggs, who's just gonna be watching me with like the side eye and shit. And then he's just gonna come up to me like when I'm walking like off the stage or whatever. I'm like going back to my cell block or whatever, and it's just like, hey, funny man, you got a joke for me? Or some shit. I don't.
He'd be like, get on the bed.
It's time for me to stand up. Like, oh god, God. I don't understand the logistics of gay sex and how they do it in a way that's not painful. I imagine, do guys just use lube? Does lube help?
Yeah,
I imagine.
Lube helps all the time.
Yeah, I would
like,
imagine that.
Like, I mean, you know, to be fair, like, anal for anybody who's never done it. Honestly, like if it's your first time, it's gonna hurt regardless. But
have you ever done anal? And I'm not talking about your butthole. I'm talking about like you with a girl.
Tried.
Oh, that's a yes, isn't it? Oh, you hesitated.
No. I've tried. I'm not. I don't wish to lie to the public, so I will at least say that I did try. I did attempt to invade the booty hole.
Oh shit!
But the
so
invasion
you're saying you
had
attempted?
Failed. Yes. The D-Day invasions were unsuccessful in that respect.
Mission fail. We'll get him next time.
Yeah. Honestly,
we just got our asses kicked.
It honestly was It was exactly like that. And
Oh fuck.
it was also because we just didn't have the lube at the time. And here's the thing, though. Also, when it comes to like, I'm gonna try to say this like as quietly as possible, because I don't want my family to know that I tried to invade my girlfriend's butthole.
We're screaming to the mic real quick. Dennis tried to tell.
There's a lot. There's for at least a first timer. There's a lot of preparation that each person has to do before it happens. Well, for one,
Do tell. This is actually very fascinating to me.
like you do need the lube. Like
yes, obviously.
you could have. I mean, unless maybe if you have like a micro dick, and if you're gonna like go into that girl's like anus, you'll probably not even feel it. But I don't know. But if you're at least like adequately sized, or even especially if you're packing a fucking monster 12-inch Cuban sandwich cock, then get the lube. You need the lube.
Well, you can't forget about this massive triple decker. What's the word? A triple course meal of Korean barbecue that we have right here. Fuck! I stammered so fucking hard on that fucking joke.
It's the morning,
Damn
man.
it.
It's the morning, man.
Yeah,
We're not at our
know what
A
I
game.
mean. Like, don't
Yeah.
sell yourself short, Dennis. Everybody,
But no. But it's just like
she needs
either
her
way.
daily dose of Korean barbecue.
Either way, it's like have a lube ready. 2, the girl also gotta clean out her asshole. Like either parties, like too. If like if you're also gay and like your man's also gonna want to get butt fucked, you gotta clean his asshole. Like it's just like you don't want to have like little shit. That's disgusting. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah. Point is, you don't want nothing.
You almost just described a rusty venture.
You don't want anything unwelcome to be on your dick at the end of everything. You know what I mean? And then
and no home invaders.
And you know this is also like something that I see in porn every now and then, but it's like sometimes like they would fuck the girl's ass and then afterwards they would like fuck the pussy, right? And then and then that's the thing in my head though. It's like I know that she probably cleaned out her asshole, so it's like it's safe, but it's like most people who have probably done that, chances are there's a good chance that the guy either didn't wash his dick or the girl didn't wash her asshole. Like it's I don't know. Like that's how I feel. Like with that,
especially with how impromptu sex can be sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're hooking up with somebody strange. I mean, maybe like somebody like if you girls clean out their buttholes and shit before they go to the club, if that's something that they're hoping to have happen to hook up with somebody, but just on the street, you know what I mean? Like if you're just hooking up with somebody randomly, like what if you're at the office, you're hooking up with somebody at the office, behind the boss's back or whatever, and like every now and again you leave.
Or you are
for
fucking
like 15
the boss.
minutes, or you're fucking the boss, trying to make your way up in the company, and then you go like in the stalls, right? What if she had fucking Chipotle for lunch, man, and then she just.
Imagine she'd have to like even tell you. She'd even tell you, it's like, I would love to right now. You do not understand. I've been pining and wanting you for fucking weeks.
Yeah, like literally feel how fucking wet I am right now. It's how much I've been anticipating this shit all day.
But it's like, imagine if she was actually like a sweetheart too. She's like, but for both our sakes, I have to warn you, today is probably not a good day. And the guy's like wondered, like, it's like, but why? We're about to get it on. What? And she's just
love
like,
how the dude's a fucking meathead.
It's like, I had Chipotle for lunch today, and I have not shitted yet. Like, do you understand what I'm telling you? It's like, and if that doesn't work, I had Taco Bell for lunch today.
I would never in my life ever do anal sex with a girl who had Chipotle and Taco Bell on the same day.
Or even just either or. It's like you do not fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't. So, I mean, essentially, like, and I got like lost my train of thought there before, but essentially, guys,
You're talking about porn stars when they're cleaner. Like,
yeah, no, but it's like essentially, like, if you guys ever want to do anal with your partner, there's gonna be some prep work that y'all have to do before it happens. Like, gonna be some prep work, like a lot of cleaning. For like most of all, a lot of cleaning that y'all have to do before you even think about doing it. Like, I don't know, impromptu anal sex. Unless, I don't know, like, if you are packing a monster, it ain't gonna happen. Unless she's already done it. Which, I mean, if that point, if her asshole's already, like, a fucking donut, then okay, like, you might as well, like, you know, just go ahead, go for it. But even then, it's just like, you know, that's where she shits, bro. That's where she shits.
Or even if you are packing a monster, you know what I mean? She might look at it and just be like, no.
Like, even if, too, like, you know, what do you call it? Like, I lost my train of thought there. But, yeah, essentially, prep work. It's going to take some prep work. And y'all need to talk about it. Because some people just don't want their assholes touched, like, period. I mean, if you're a gay male couple, then it's just kind of like, well, one of us is getting butt fucked, sweetheart. So, like, you know, like, I ain't in this just for the feelings. It's, you know, it's like, I'm here to fuck. Like, I want to fuck something.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
you know, because at least that's the thing. If there's only one thing that, you know, hetero couples have over gay couples, I suppose, or I guess like gay male couples, it's just that she has two holes in which you can do things with. She has one more than the other guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I
think the only thing gay dudes have is the reach around.
Yeah, but
that's
I mean, but it's also still like, I can't imagine. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, because me and David, we ain't gay. And we have a few gay friends, but it's just like, it's not like something that I would like go and academically ask them. It's like, how do you guys have sex? Like, what is the prep work you do before you fuck each other's brains out? It's like, you know, like, it's not really something you just like go up to them and ask, in my opinion. I mean, if you're cool enough with them, it's like, I'm sure, yeah, fine, go ahead. But
yeah,
like, they probably won't mind. But it's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just like, it's not like a question you just like say out of pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how do y'all fuck? Like, like, what do y'all do? Like, what positions? I want to know. I want to learn.
Yeah, I don't like the logistics and whatnot. You know, it's not even a matter of just like feeling uncomfortable or whatever. It's, you know, it's feeling uncomfortable by, am I making you uncomfortable by asking you this? You know what I mean? And for me personally, spoiler alert, David's never done anal, and I'd be kind of squeamish too. You know, I've never been with a woman who was willing, first of all. So, I don't know. Because I've suggested it before, because I was just like, fuck it, why not? Because, like, if I've been with girls who were on their period before, sometimes the horniness just subsides the fact. That's happened to me a couple of times, actually, where, like, you know, me and girls I've been with, you know, she was on her period, but she was still really horny and wanted to fuck. And the last girl I never used condoms with. So as you can imagine, that session did not last very long, as I took myself out of her, and it looked like what you would imagine it looked like.
Oh, a bloody rusty venture.
No, the rusty venture is a straight move. See, the rusty venture is when you take a girl out for a really expensive dinner and you don't let her go to the bathroom, and then you have anal sex with her and she shits all over your dick. And then when you come shit cum all over her back, and you eat the shit cum off of her. That's a rusty venture.
You know, for a lot of people, just imagining that, they would probably low-key vomit in their mouths. But like, dude, but the thing is that like, I've read and seen some horrific shit. Like just sex stuff, you mean? No, not like sex stuff, but just like, you know, like, I don't know. Some people are real like get like real squeamish in their stomach about like shit. Just like shit in general. Like, I've been to enough shitty gas stations. Yeah, like, I've just seen enough shitty gas stations where it's just like, I've seen some dumps. Bro, that people just could not flush down their fucking toilet. And sorry, guys, TMI with all this, but it's just kind of like, you know, I've been to some shitty fucking gas stations, man. Emphasis on shitty.
Never go into a gas station bathroom unless I'm desperate.
Or maybe if it's a WaWa.
WaWa's different. WaWa's, you know, special.
Yeah, WaWa's literally like 3 fucking things in one.
Yeah.
Like, and support WaWa always. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't
if
matter
y'all-
what time of day it is. WaWa just hits.
If WaWa has stock, I'm gonna be on that board of investors, bro. Like, I'm a fucking buy WaWa. I don't think they're publicly traded.
I love how you knew that that's exactly what I was looking up.
Of course. I know. you
Yeah,
do.
privately held company.
I also kind of low-key don't want them to go public. Just cause it's like, once they go public, it's just like this, like, what is it? Like, we always said before, and like, guys, we're gonna wrap it up in a bit, but like, when a company goes public, we always said it before, the soul of the company just ends up leaving. Like, it just ends up being destroyed in the process. Like, so, like, at least, if we're gonna talk for examples just for a bit, like, a lot of game companies are soulless. Like Activision Blizzard, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking soulless.
Ubisoft, too.
Like, if anyone was around before Activision and Blizzard, like, had that little, like, merger, right? The Blizzard back in the day was the one that I grew up with. And it's also the reason why that I feel as if, like, at least those people who grew up with Blizzard before, their anger is a different type of anger compared to, let's say, people who are, who just found Blizzard through Overwatch and hate the practices that they're doing now, when it's like, we were there before they did this shit. And the thing is that a lot of the old guard from those days are gone. And now, at least, taking WaWa's example, WaWa is kind of got that weirdly, like, deli bodega type vibe when people come in. Like, especially if you're going to go pick up, like, breakfast or a hoagie or even just, like, coffee, getting gas or whatever. Just got all those things in one, right? Like, just stuff you got to do before your day starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now imagine if that was taken away because they went public. And I'm not saying that there's probably not people in WaWa's headquarters that probably they probably do want to go public, I'm sure. But it's like, obviously that may also change, like, over the years. Like, I mean, they get 13 billion in revenue. Like, that's pretty fucking good off of sandwiches and gas.
Yeah, locally, do they have to? I don't even think they have to go public, to be honest.
No. They don't have to, but that's the thing. Like, most companies also didn't have to, but they went anyways. Like, Steam, like, at least Valve, for that example, like, they're privately owned, but, if Gavin, like, thing fucking, kicks the bucket, like, anytime soon, like, I'm sure people within the company, like, thing are probably gonna want to, like, then go public, and then that'll just fuck up Valve forever. Like, I honestly still think, like, I think just seeing it enough has kind of made me go, like, publicly. A lot of companies that go public, like, they end up not failing, I suppose, in a financial standpoint, but they end up just becoming, like, soulless husks of what they used to be.
It depends on the investors.
Yeah.
Because every now and again, you have good investors who have good ideas, who buy enough of stock to the point where they have enough of a stake in the company where they can take it in a good direction.
More
But
often than
a lot
not,
of the times,
though, yeah.
they're just rich assholes. who,
Nine
have
times
no
out of 10.
idea what
Yeah.
a thing is. Bobby Kotick, piece of shit who's, like, the head of Activision Blizzard, who will no longer be the head of Activision Blizzard once Microsoft fully acquires it.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the board of directors for Coca-Cola. Why? Why? Why?
I always wondered, like, why can't they at least have, like, some kind of, like, set of prerequisites you should have before becoming a investor for a company, like, before even joining the board. I mean, it's like, if you're gonna be part of the board of investors for, let's say, Activision Blizzard, right? It's like, well, you should at least know what a fucking video game is, not just know what microtransactions and fucking shitty battle passes are.
Yep.
But I feel as if, like, if they ever went that route, if, like, something ever changed within, like, that whole, like, sphere, I mean, I feel as if a lot of companies would probably be better for it, because it's like, at least you have people who are rich assholes, but at least they know what the fuck they're talking about. when it comes to like, the products that you're trying to sell. Like the people who were part of CD Projekt Red's like fucking board of investors probably didn't know what a fuck a Cyber or Punk or 2077 was. Like at all. And they just saw that, oh, people are excited for this product, not game, product. They're excited for it. Let's give it to them early.
God.
That's what happened.
I know. It's just so shitty. I get what you're saying now. That was actually a really good example of you to pull up. That was a really good analogy you just made. Well, it wasn't an analogy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happened to my voice just...
You got the morning sickness.
Holy shit, I just... Yeah, no, because I completely agree, it's just product coming out. People are excited for product. Let's buy stake in product with our money and then get... I agree. Why is the only prerequisite to, like, do these things just have money? Like there should be, like, a test or pop quiz. Or, like, what is a video?
At least, right?
What is a
50
video?
question multiple choice quiz, something.
And make
like
it easy, too. It doesn't even have to be hard.
Yeah.
Like, you just make, like, what is a video game? Is it A, an edible snack you can purchase at a gas station, B, a physical or digital medium in which you can control a character or object in a digital space, or C, a toaster?
Or D, product. And then they circle D because that must be the right answer. It must be product. It must be. Ugh.
Give him half credit for that one.
But even then, it's just kind of like you that proctor looking through these exams. It's like, these guys are fucking morons, man. It's like you go back up to the CEO. It's like, yeah, here's the results. It's like, who passed? 2 people out of 800. You're telling me 2? Yes, 2 people passed out of 800. You want to know what their scores were? 52%. And the most wrong answer of all these tests was, what is a video game? That's how it would go. If they ever decided to bring this, like, I don't think that's a bad idea, but it's like, legit, that proctor would literally have no idea what the fuck to do. Because it's like, yeah, our investors are smart in that they know how to make money, right? But it's like, bro, holy fuck, do they not even know what world they live in? Or like what they're investing in, if that makes sense.
They're investing in money. They
it's
produce wealth.
It's like, okay, yeah, if you invested in oil and shit, it's like certain things, like resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could just say, what is it? It's money. What is oil? It's money. Like, some certain things you could clearly say that without any risk of a wrong answer, really. Like, I think that's true. But when you're dealing with like an actual physical good, like a product in your hand, the definition fucking changes. Like gold, iron, gold, silver, and then even oil. Like, you could just straight up say, those are money. It's like, are they an ore? Are they a resource? Are they something that you can mine? Or is it money? And it's going to have the same Eugene Krabs style fucking answer. Money. It's money.
Dude, oh my god, they take that test. It's just like... They take that twist. They take that fucking twist. Woo! How did I do? How many points did I get? 6. Woo! And how many did I need to pass? 6.
100.
What?
600. You needed 600 to pass.
You got 6.
I guess we could talk more next week about people buying things that they don't fully understand for a ridiculous amount of money. Elon. Yeah. Kind of wanted to talk about that today, but I forgot. We started talking about other things.
One thing about it, and then guys, we're gonna throw up the plugs. It's like when he mentioned that like the buyout was successful, right? Like he got the company and everything.
Yeah.
The first thing that I love that everyone got worried about is like, oh fuck, are we gonna get laid off now? And he actually straight up said like, no. The CEO's going, but y'all are good. Y'all are good. Like,
Yeah.
y'all could stay. It's just he's leaving. Like,
CEO,
he gotta go.
The CFO, and I think the CCO as well.
I mean, it's Bound to happen though. Like you're gonna keep like at least the other two like around. You're not gonna do that.
All I'm saying is that he replied to Hillary Clinton about some story or whatever, with like saying, "Oh, there might be a little bit more to the story that meets the eye," and he literally shared like this like fucking super far right news outlet that like masquerades as like a normal news thing. It's like, oh my fucking god, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm fine with anything. If he unbans Trump, I'm out. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm deactivating. We're done. Here are the plugs.
Here are our pluggaroos.
Our large plugachinos.
Our large butt plugs. To prepare your lady or man friend.
Oh, it's another thing. Butt plugs. Yeah. That's another one you didn't mention. Yeah.
Yeah. To prepare them for the anal invasion that is coming. Go and subscribe to Nintoonist.com/double D experience. That's not an actual URL. Don't put that on there. But go subscribe, and we're gonna do a giveaway where we may give away a butt plug. Used or not, we cannot say. That is the surprise. So you could go and find us on Spotify. You can go and find us on Instagram. You may find us on Twitter, where you will see David's very long and winded twitlongers about things.
What are you talking about?
He is part of those far right news outlets that he mentioned that masquerades as if they're far left. But I think he's part of the Onion. I think that's the one. But you guys may do with that information with what
I'm
you
part
want.
of the I'm part of the Starfruit.
He's part of the 4chan.
I'm part of the 4chan. I'm part of the banana.
Yeah. David, you honestly look like you would have been part of 4chan like in your younger years, and now you just finally grew out of it. It's like I was in the darkness, but now I'm in the light.
If I had shittier parents, maybe. Honestly, if I had shittier parents, knowing that like I never well, I mean, no, that's not true. I kissed a girl when I was a senior in high school.
I kissed a girl and I liked it,
and then we did anal without lube.
There was lots of blood. There was lots of shit. Oh my god, she was screaming all night.
I wanted to get into that. I wanted to talk about how like lesbians have sex too, because like, have they ever just started a fire?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like scissoring that hard, like fucking scissor me timbers, and
I feel as if I'm an expert on that because I watched An Orange Is the New Black, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what they do. But
I feel like I'm an expert on that because I watched Orange Is the New Black.
All right, guys.
This episode sucks. Bye.
Yeah.